We are at the Colonial Theater in downtown Pittsfield talking about ice removal with Bart Raser, who is the owner of Carr Hardware in downtown Pittsfield. And I can tell you, we're having this conversation in mid-January, and I cannot remember, Bart, a time where ice was more of a challenge for everyone, from their driveways to their front, steps, to even city streets. Wow, it's been quite a season.
It has. We had a big ice storm on Sunday, as you know, and the temperatures have remained so cold that it's a prolific problem. So we've been busy, but we have plenty of inventory, and there's a lot of products out there. So I'm here to help people comb through the lack of information that might be available.
So you've been selling quite a bit of salt, and I know your experts at Carr Hardware can advise people. In fact, I bought a couple of bags just the other day.
Thank you.
But the strategy, there actually has to be a strategy of this ice removal, because you can't just throw the salt down and expect it to go away. So how do you attack, especially when it gets 2 inches thick and it's on your driveway? So how do you do this?
Well, it's a great question. I think it's about having the right product and putting it down in the right form. There are a lot of products out in the marketplace today. When we have ice this thick and when the temperatures are this cold, especially at night, you really need to look at a product like calcium chloride. And calcium chloride comes in a pellet form or in a flake form. But what's unique about calcium is it melts down to negative 25 degrees. It's very, very aggressive. It is not as damaging to concrete as many of the other products that are in the market. So it's the most appropriate product to be using in this type of environment. It's not pet friendly, and it's not hugely environmentally friendly. It's not gentle to lawn or plant material, but it certainly melts ice, and it melts it well. It melts it well,
and then but applying it, of course, because you can't just take the bag and throw it all out there, and all of a sudden you have one place where there's no ice, and then wait, what about the rest of the driveway or whatever it is? So tell me about how someone should approach and how much they should apply to certain areas.
Well, it's also a great question. I think in an ideal situation, you put it down with a spreader. And it's a little different than a lawn spreader. I think in a worst case scenario you can use one, but you do want to use a spreader that's designed for ice melt material. It will spread it out evenly, and then these products are chemicals and they're caustic, and you don't really want to get them on your hands. So by using them in a spreader, you'll get even distribution. It'll sit nicely. It'll melt through, and then if you can chop it up, that's great.
Yeah, and that's that's kind of a key thing, because that can really get down to the heart of it. So we'll continue our conversation with Bart Raser from Carr Hardware right after this.